Hello bakers, and welcome back to episode 8 of Behind the Bake Off. If you missed last week's episode where we took on the French meringue-based dessert de croisse, the link for that is down below. But this week, the bakers were taken back in time as they were asked to prepare a batch of the classic Tudor Jumbles. Jumbles are an incredibly simple Tudor biscuit, typically spiced with aniseed or caraway seeds and presented in a signature knot. For the dough, you'll need to beat 2 eggs in a bowl. Add in 100 grams of sugar and a tablespoon of aniseed or caraway seeds. If you can't find the seeds, you can also use 1 teaspoon of allspice. Stir in 300 grams of flour and then knead for a few minutes until it forms a ball of dough. Divide your dough and then roll it out into long sausages. This is the point where you can get creative and tie them into your signature knot. I've made a range of the classic loop, a twisted knot, a twisted circle, plaits, and also symbols. Bring a pot of water to the boil and then add in your biscuits a few at a time. After a minute, loosen them off the bottom of the pan in case they've stuck. Boil for a further 1 to 2 minutes until they float to the top. Take them out to dry and then add in the remainder of your biscuits. Once boiled, place the biscuits on a lined baking tray and bake at 180 degrees Celsius for 15 minutes. At this point you can turn the biscuits over and bake for another 10 to 15 minutes until golden. These Tudor Jumbles are best served with a drizzle of icing or a helping of honey. Thank you so much for joining us for another episode of Behind the Bake Off. If you enjoyed it, make sure you subscribe and I'll see you next week.